the man who was given the platform by the center, invited to judge a film festival, now says India's Kashmir policy is fascist.
Good evening, Pranesh. The Kashmir Files, let's be very honest about it, is being labeled vulgar propaganda because it depicts truthfully and unapologetically the Kashmiri Hindu genocide. Had it instead shown 500,000 Kashmiri Muslims being raped, murdered and ethnically cleansed by their Hindu friends and neighbors and acquaintances, the same film would have been hailed as a cinematic masterpiece. For the attention-seeking Israeli amateur director Nadav Lapid to call the Kashmiri Files vulgar propaganda is not only misplaced, it is an insult to 500,000 Kashmiri Hindu victims. Yes, art is subjective, of course. It may not appeal to every sensibility. And of course, one is perfectly justified in critiquing, even outraging at a film's technical, cinematic, directorial handling of a subject or a narrative. But to broad brush a film depicting a genocide as vulgar propaganda is, well, vulgar propaganda. Because then you are commenting on the story that is based on a fact of a genocide. Would you call, even if you hated the way Schindler's List was portrayed, would you call this Schindler's List or Pianist or Europa or Pawnbroker or Sophie's Choice vulgar propaganda? And in the case of Kashmir Files, by the way, the film has come after 3 years of painstaking research encompassing more than 725 videographed victim testimonies. Does Lapid know about the Nadimag massacre that Kashmiri Files truthfully depicts, where 23 unsuspecting Kashmiri Hindus were lined up on March 23rd and shot point blank? Does he know about Girija Tiku that Kashmir Files truthfully depicts, who was raped and cleaved into two by a mechanical saw after she was alive on June 25th? Does he know about BK Ganju that Kashmir Files truthfully depicts, who hid inside a rice barrel when jihadis came looking for him on March 17th after his Muslim neighbor informed on him? Ganju was shot dead. Rice laced with his blood was fed to his wife. Does he know about the slogans raised from mosque on Jan 19th? Ralif, Salif, Galif, deaths to Kafirs, Pandit, leave your women behind, Nizam-e Mustafa? And what's this other side of genocide that he wants also to be shown? That Yasin Malik, assassin of squadron leader Khanna, loved Dam Aloo. That Bitta karate killer of 42 Kashmiri Pandits was the son of a shawl weaver. Mr. Nadav Lapid, you belong to a country that scarred Alaska to Argentina to hunt down the last Nazi who perpetrated the Jewish genocide. From Eichmann to everyone else. And you insult those of my country whose perpetrators still roam free because the Supreme Court, our Supreme Court, rejected reopening cases of criminal atrocities against Kashmiri Pandits. Just 30 seconds. The Kashmiri Files is a mirror. For the victims, it reflects truth. For the perpetrators, it reflects guilt. And sadly, we live in a nation, Pranav, where you possess neither a shadow or a reflection if you are a Kashmiri Hindu. We live in a nation that waits for death to rid us of our remembrances. Kashmir Files has changed that, and that is why it has rattled so many. The Israeli ambassador is absolutely right. Nadav Lapid, you should be ashamed.
Protect the Kashmiri Hindus, not propagate a film. Don't promote a film. A government is supposed to lay down policies so as to protect the lives of Kashmiri Hindus. It is not some form of a marketing agency so as to promote a movie. What has happened in 2022? Why
No,
is it that
Lokesh Jindal, 1 minute.
Kashmiri Hindus
Lokesh Jindal, 1 minute. Allow me to ask you a question.
Would you like to rebut?
Quickly, Dr. Ranganathan.
Instances, would you now, Lokesh, let us stick to the topic. Let us not talk about what the government has done and not done, because no, please listen to me. Because you interrupted me, please have the patience to listen to me for a minute. No, 1 second. You interrupted me.
Okay, let him make his point. I'll give you time. Lokesh Jindal, I promise I'll give you time to rebut. Let him make his point.
Even before I was finished, Lokesh was so rattled as to interrupt me. Lokesh, 2 points here. Number one, we are discussing about the film being called vulgar propaganda. Okay, it is not about whether the governments have helped Kashmiri Pandits or not. I myself on record have said that no government, no party cutting across every politician has done enough, even a small amount for the Kashmiri Hindus. So I am with you on that. But the point I'm making is this. I cited 5 instances, truthful instances that happened, that led to and were in the middle of the Kashmiri Hindu genocide. Can you rebut me on even a single one before you call this film propaganda? It's a direct challenge to you.
Let him answer.
Can you
yes.
rebut Nadimag massacre? Can you
let him answer now. Dr. Ranganathan, let him answer.